Can you blast the ore mound now?
We now have all the artifacts we need to fulfill our plan. But the barrier was created by 12 magicians. There are not enough magicians in the Circle of Water to control the powerful energies and to guide them onto the right course.
What can we do?
I'm aware that you've already done much for our community. We owe you greatly. But in the interest of all the inhabitants of the colony, I need to ask one more favor of you.
One more favor?
Yes. Go to the old camp and try to win some of the magicians of the Circle of Fire for our cause.
Magicians of Fire? Why should they want to give up their easy life? The destruction of the barrier would rob them of their powerful position.
That is the exact reason why you must accomplish this mission. You know people from all the camps of the colony. Remind the magicians of Fire of the old times, when we studied the arts of magic together.
All right then, I'll try to convince the magicians of Fire, but I can't promise anything. It seems nearly impossible to me.
You must try. If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other, just one...
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed. Here, take this magic rune. Hand it over to Coristo, the High Magician of the Circle of Fire, as a sign of our trust. With this, he can teleport into this room without passing the guards, anytime he wants. I hope that it will convince our former friends of our good intentions. May you return in one piece.
Hello.
Do you trade in anything else?
I buy furs and skins from the hunters. If you get something like that, I'll buy it.
Hello?
I need a few things.
Hello?
I want to better myself.
Hello, friend.
How's things?
We put another spoke in Gomez's wheel. 3 dead gods and lots of stuff to sell. I'll drink to that.
You're one of the guys who keep raiding the old camp.
No. Only when it's worth it.
What have you got to offer?
Let's rephrase that question. What have you got to offer? I'm only interested in big consignments.
Balor said you'd be interested in swampweed.
You want to trade?
Let's make a deal.
What do you want?
There was a time when I led a very different life. I was one of the best generals of this country. I've spent my whole life fighting for my country, but the nobles didn't like me because the king listened to my advice, and they knew I posed a threat to their dirty business. I hadn't counted on their insidiousness. They used the king's wife to get me. I was blamed for her pointless murder. King Robar had no other choice. The services I had rendered my country saved me from the gallows, but they robbed me of my freedom. One day I'll be free again, then I shall return and take revenge. I shall have my revenge.
You have to watch. That won't happen again. There must be something about that story after all. You're probably right. Leave everything here.
Hey, no sweat, man. Come over here.
You okay?
I'm hiding away here. I don't care for the trash those guards are pulling off. But I've taken some pretty good stuff from the arsenal. If you need a weapon, just let me know.
Show me what you have. Will you train me?
If you have enough ore, I'll teach you how to use a crossbow. Just pay me 200 ore.
Show me your goods.
They are all dead, I couldn't help them, I was not there,
Calm down, Milten. What happened?
They killed the magicians of fire, all of them apart from me, and I was close to death as well.
You'd better tell me the whole story from the beginning, one thing after the other.
Okay, keep cool, Milten, keep cool. It all started with the old mine caving in.
The old mine caved in?
Yes. It all happened very fast. Nobody in the mine made it out. The guards blocked the entrance to the mine.
How could the mine cave in?
I have no idea. Some of the diggers who were waiting in front of the entrance said something about a massive earthquake and a huge cloud of dust coming from the tunnel.
Were you there?
Yes, that's where I learned about the cave-in.
What was that you said about the magicians of fire?
I only know that they were killed by the ore barons shortly after the mine caved in. When I returned from our adventure under the Ring of Stone, the guards at the gate suddenly attacked me. They shouted words like traitor and collaborator at me. I had a very narrow escape.
Why would the ore barons want to kill the magicians? It doesn't make sense.
That's right. The guards just didn't give me any opportunity to ask. They drew their swords immediately. Perhaps Diego knows more. He was in the camp when things got worse.
You should hide, far away from here.
No. Diego and I agreed to keep an eye on the two gates and to warn our unsuspecting friends from the other camps. Please talk to Diego.
Where can I find Diego?
He's hiding on the other side of the old camp, near the back gate. Please talk to him.
I met Gorn.
Really? Where?
By the old ruined monastery by the sea. The two of us searched it for treasures.
I'm sure he'll tell me all about it when we meet again.
Lester and I took out the mountain fort.
He told me about it. Apparently, you can be trusted.
Where have the four of you been meeting so far?
Oh, here and there. We meet in a lot of different places. See you later.
Traitor? To think we let a thing like you join the guards. Blah!
Hey, what are you talking about, Fletcher?
You're in with that new camp scum, aren't you?
Hold on.
I guess you must have thought we wouldn't figure it out, huh?
Ho! Hold your horses.
No, you hold on! Hold on to your head, 'cause you're going to be missing it soon! Die, traitor! You'll be sorry for that.
It's the traitor in our midst. Pah! And we called you a guard.
Hold on. What are you talking about, Bloodwyn?
So you're in cahoots with the new camp, huh?
No, wait, I'm still...
Guess you must have thought you could go on like that forever.
Stop this nonsense!
Traitors like you must die. Die, traitor!
Shh, be quiet.
Hello, Diego. I've already talked to Milten on the other side of the camp.
Okay, so you already know what happened. But did you also hear about the planned raid on the free mine?
How could the old mine cave in?
One of the diggers who survived it told us that they were digging, and they hit an underground river on the bottom level. When the water gushed into the mine, one of the supports broke, and the entire upper section collapsed. Only a handful of people managed to escape from the mine.
Why are the fire mages dead?
That's a long story.
Just tell me about it. It's not the first long story I've had to listen to.
Well then, luckily I was in the Ore Baron's house when they got the news that the mine had collapsed. Gomez was hopping mad when he heard about the accident, and he was afraid that his position could be at stake.
Of course. Who controls the ore controls the colony as well.
That's right. Since he has no source of income anymore, the goods from the outside world won't come in anymore either. Nobody will work for him if he doesn't get another source of income soon.
And that's the reason for the raid on the free mine?
To be honest, that's Gomez's only chance to maintain his power. 2 hours ago, 24 guards set out for the free mine.
That's mad. I need to warn the new camp.
Then you must hurry up. They'll have almost reached the free mine.
But they never get through the fortifications of the new camp.
They don't need to get through them. A few months ago, they found a path that leads over the mountains and right to the free mine, and nobody else knows about it.
I've seen the guards in front of the locked gates.
Stay away from them. They'll attack anybody approaching the camp. They are afraid of somebody avenging the raid on the free mine.
But what happened to the fire mages?
Khorinis and the other mages were the only people in the camp to remain rational. They forbade the raid and demanded a settlement with the two other camps.
They forbade Gomez to raid the free mine?
Well, yes. Khorinis and the others shouldn't have been so self-confident. Gomez didn't trust them anymore and had them perfidiously assassinated.
What are you and Milten going to do now?
We'll stay here for a while to warn some more friends so they don't bump straight into the guards. But you could do us a favor.
Consider it done. Tell me what you want.
Look out for Lester and Gorn. They need to know what happened here. Tell them that the four of us will meet at the same place as always.
If I see them before you do, I'll warn them and send them to your meeting point.
Thanks, my friend. You really seem to be an all right guy. Go now. We'll meet again later.
Take care.
Yeah, you're probably right. People all... if you think. There must be
Same
something
old
about that.
Awaken!
I want to acquire magic writings.
Time when things would have gone very differently.
Same.
Keep it to yourself. People don't know.
Awaken!
How are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing here?
The old mine collapsed after water seeped in.
So?
All the magicians of fire are dead. Gomez had them assassinated.
It won't be easy to straighten that out.
I met Diego and Milten in front of the old camp. They want a meeting at the usual place.
It was about time!
What happens now?
I'm gonna stay here a bit longer to study the old books.
I don't understand.
Master Iberian used to say, a student tries to move things with his hands and feet. The master moves them with his spiritual powers.
Okay, I get the point.
Take care.
Thank you. I'll be on my way now.
May the sleeper protect you.
I'm glad you returned. Something terrible has happened.
Let me guess, the free mine has been assaulted by the guards from the old camp. Nobody saw them coming?
Hang on. How? But of course. You found out about it in the old camp. Gorn arrived here just before you did. What could have caused Gomez to dare to take such an aggressive step? He should be aware that such a heinous act can only provoke war.
The old mine collapsed after water seeped in.
Collapsed? Of course. Then the whole thing makes sense. Gomez has his back to the wall. He's more dangerous than ever. Now that he doesn't have anything left to lose, he'll do anything.
Gomez has had all of the magicians of fire killed.
Had them killed? Why in Beliar's name would he do a thing like that?
They were against the attack on the free mine and opposed Gomez.
Then we're all doomed. Without the other 6 magicians, we'll never be able to control the concentrated power of the massive ore mound. But in spite of that, I thank you for passing this dangerous message on to me.
I have been exiled from the old camp because I have helped you.
You don't belong to the old camp any longer? Then I welcome you to our community.
Does that mean the mercenaries will take me on?
Talk to Lee. He'll see to it. Then come back to me. May you return in one piece?
Hello!
I met Diego and Milten in front of the old camp.
That's good news.
They want to meet you and Lester at your usual rendezvous.
Thanks. There's nothing more valuable than good friends in troubled times like these. You're almost one of us by now. You're reliable.
What did you see in the free mine?
After I returned from the ruined monastery, I wanted to drop by at Ockles, the boss of the free mine. But when I arrived, there were corpses lying everywhere. I just spotted some guards entrenching themselves at the entrance to the mine.
How could so many mercenaries be defeated by only 24 guards?
It looked like an ambush to me. Nobody would have expected attackers to cross the mountains. The element of surprise can multiply the force of a troop.
What have you got planned now?
Our entire defense strategy will have to be changed. That takes time. Until Lee and his people are ready, I'll join Cord's provisional guard.
Are you planning a counterattack?
Not yet, but the day will come. If ever you're looking for me, start here and walk towards the mine. I'll be on guard there.
Is there any news of our friends in the old camp?
Gomez has had all the magicians of fire killed.
No, the cretin. I warned Coristo. He was never to be trusted. You must tell Saturas about it.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore. Some people know it. But keep it to yourself. That wasn't very clever.
Hello.
What do you think about the mine?
They've gone too far. They'll be sorry for it.
The old camp has banned me. I'd like to join you.
You've done much for our camp. I can make good use of men like you. Let's keep it short. Welcome to the new camp, mercenary. Here, take some armor. Good that you're here with us.
I want to learn more about fighting with a two-handed sword.
First of all, you need to change your basic stance. Hold the sword vertically, grasp the hilt firmly in both hands, and hold it at the side of your body. Bring it down quickly and swing the blade over your shoulder. Now's your chance to do a quick slash to your right. Your opponent won't stand a chance of coming at you. Or bring the sword down from the top left in a forward thrust to drive your opponent back. Spin round to give your next blow the necessary momentum to strike your opponent down. If it isn't enough, use your remaining swing to wield the sword again. When you've finished your attack, block your opponent and wait for an opening to strike again. The key to success is varying your stances and changing positions.
I need better armor.
You'll first have to earn your armor. Apart from that, they don't come cheap.
Give me the heavy armor.
This armor is the best piece you'll ever get inside the barrier, and believe me, it's worth the ore.
Can you teach me something?
I can help you to get stronger and more dexterous. You're at the end of your possibilities. You should learn something different.
Something about that story after all, because that wasn't very clever. Hang on. Better not to go rushing into anything. There must be something about that story after all. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. Some people never learn. Rely on somebody. I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Greetings.
Lee has admitted me to the Mercenaries.
Good, very good. Then you are now officially a part of our community. Be welcome.
When you sent me to the Magicians of Fire, you mentioned there was somebody.
Well, I had hoped we could make it without his help, but the way things are developing...
Who is he?
All right. Many years ago.
Give me the shortened version, please.
Be patient. Well, when we, the 12 magicians, created the barrier back then, our magic powers were directed and controlled by a 13th magician.
A 13th magician? I thought there were only 12.
Most people who did not experience the early days of the colony believe that. This 13th magician was our leader. All this took place before we were divided into the circles of fire and water. But he left the old camp, which was once the only camp of the colony.
What is this 13th magician called?
His name is Xardas. Hardly anybody remembers the old stories about him. The ones who do just call him the necromancer.
Why did he leave the old camp?
He started to investigate the invocation of undead and magical creatures. Gomez was not the only one who began to worry. Most of the other magicians opposed him as well, and his unholy deeds.
What happened then?
Unlike Gomez, he was no butcher, so he avoided the conflict and left.
Where is this magician today?
He lives in seclusion, in his tower in the middle of the Orc land. That's just about the southernmost point of the colony.
I'll make my way to Xardas and ask him for help.
He's the only one that can help us now. If he knows no way out or doesn't want to help us,
he will.
There is one other problem.
A problem?
Yes. Over the years, we've tried to get in touch with Xardas several times, but it looks like he prefers to remain undisturbed.
What does that mean?
None of the messengers ever return from his tower. You'll have to find a way to get past his creatures.
Looks like this is going to be interesting. How will I get past his creatures?
If I knew that, I would tell you. I'd advise you to do some research in our library. Maybe you'll find something in the old books about the strengths and weaknesses of magically invoked creatures.
I'll rummage through the library, and don't worry, I'll be back.
May you return in one piece.
on. Likely to change. I doubt that's ever likely to change. Same story every time. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. Maybe that story after all. As long as I'm not involved.
Hello.
I'm not listening to all the blabbering.
I want to acquire magic writings.
Some people never learn. You're very probably right. Maybe. That wasn't very clever. But keep it to yourself. There must be something about that story after all.
You have to watch what you tell me.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That's really not my problem.
You shouldn't believe everything. That wasn't very clever.
You have to watch what you tell me.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I better keep up.
May I pass through here? May I pass through?
Very probably right.
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
That's really not my problem.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Believe everything you hear.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Maybe. That's really not my problem.
Rely on... But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
That's how it goes. Don't listen to all the blathering.